The times are always changing, but people are playing the game with the same rules. Like, it's time to stop playing football, okay? And then people insist, and then it's soccer, and then American football, and then football again, and then soccer, and it doesn't matter what it is. What I mean is that how was the evolution of the society in the gay community since the Greeks? How was it? With all types of changes, right? It was like the most normal thing to be homosexual, to have a lover, to have. It was almost having sex with a woman. It was almost like an aberration, and no, it was not an aberration, but it was more procreation. It was that procreation, and some people didn't want to have children, so why do they need to be with a woman? So it was the natural way of living. But the not natural way of living is what we have been creating through the societies by forbidding this mandatory, this, and that, depending on who's on the power. If in the power is somebody who hates homosexual people, it will be some kind of rules. If it is someone who's homosexual and hates straight people, and there are infinite different. So we are in the society that we are, but the problem is that people are not aware of these kind of things. And I had another example because it's the one that I know, because I don't know anything about the gay culture as gay thing, I don't know anything about the tennis culture. I don't know anything about the judge culture. I don't know anything about the football culture. I don't know anything about anything. I only know a lot of my life, and that's it. And nothing about anything else. I don't know anything, but I can explain, right? The things through the history and the way I can feel as the observer. I was the observer observing that every different homosexual person is a completely different person. You can find some patterns, okay? The sexual pattern is a pattern. But then inside the sexual pattern, there are micro patterns as well, because, okay, they are homosexual and they are whatever, right? They are good people, bad people. They like to be with just one person, doesn't want any sexual commitment because he's happy alone. So the other one is happy in a party. All kind of different individuals, no matter what sexual orientation. Same thing everywhere. But the thing I'm saying about this, because everybody knows about the history of the homosexuality. Not everybody, but about the Greeks, about how the evolution has been, how the church has been affecting a lot, and it is still with Muslim people. And we are having like 2 or 3 different dimensions living in this planet if you are gay, right? Same thing with people open-minded having sex, free sex, and some people can be swingers, some people can be just open-minded, some women just like to have sex. What do they have in common? That they are not against sex, and that's it. And it doesn't have to be in public, but they are very open-minded and keen to choose who they want to have sex with. Both of them, men and women, and they choose openly. And then they speak their own body language. They will have probably their own codes in swinger places. I am not an expert in this, but I know more than about the gay world. About the gay world, I've been always the straight guy. So I can speak from that perspective, and being the observer with the history and everything, I said what I said. About this, I can go deeper and deeper and deeper, explaining the same thing as I explained about the infinite different types of personalities and individuals, just sharing one condition. That maybe one is a football fan and the other one hates football. So they can be so just one thing in common. Same thing. Why there are all types of nudist people. People who are nudists because they like to expose their body, for instance. Some people, they don't want the white timelines, and some people hate it. They like them, and some people hate them. There are not infinite reasons, because there are many in every different individual. There are many reasons why, and maybe only one of them is a common thing in between two people. In between 100 people, there is no a common thing probably in these 100 ones, because some of them they just want to have sex. And as a child, when I was going to nudist beaches, there was no sex at all. And in my life, it has never been a mandatory thing. Like, I've been proving it time after time with my friends partying in the 90s, and somebody wanted to have sex with me, and my friends say, "Hey, go on, spend the night with her." And I say, "Hey, we came to a different town to be together for the weekend, and then I'm gonna be with a stranger. Are you crazy?" It's like I didn't do it, and I didn't care not to do it. That's the thing. It's like, oh, I missed this opportunity, so you have to treat me better or something. No. And probably this guy, when he told me that, he's not worthy or the best situation or the best condition to be my friend, right? Because if you would have done it, is like you appreciate much more the opportunity of having sex than partying with your friends for the weekend. And it's so easy to observe that in people, and how sex is so high because it is like extra points in the ego game. And for me, there is no extra point for the ego. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about the successful lifestyle of my ego. No, I never did anything for to show off or to prove something. Well, as a child, of course, I was learning, and I had accidents, and I succeeded and I failed. I did everything. And the things that I didn't do, I still experience them, imagining them. That's what I'm talking about all the time today, especially about how the structure of everything works, and how ridiculous is all kind of patterns about where you are born, your religion, your sex condition, your gender, your we the civilizations before, they were always the same, based on power, power, power. And this is the same, but in a such a strange and stupid way. It's like everything is about power. I want you to respect me, and I'm gonna force you to respect me. Hey, why don't you leave me alone? I didn't even know that you existed. So I was never gonna see you, because I couldn't see you. I couldn't see how you are represented. And if you come to me, just do whatever you feel like doing. And then I would say, I agree, or I don't agree. I like it, or I don't give a shit. But I'm not gonna enter into conflict. But the rest of the people would want to have the conflict, because I have to be in their position. And I am. And I am in mine. So I am in all of them. This is two. You just take out another one out of the box. You have three. With three, you have the pattern for all of them. I don't know if Tesla says something about this, but the Trinity, my story of the Trinity is about that. Is all the patterns are made by three, and that's why the Trinity and the phoenix bird. But those are beautiful, fabulous, fable, something like that, tales for children or for adults, just to explain and to describe something in a very metaphorical way. Because even if the phoenix bird didn't exist, it would be a beautiful story, the one that I made, how from the Egyptians to the Greek to the dove and Jesus Christ and the Trinity of everything, and the wisdom and the reincarnation, uh, all the answers that people are so boring, repeating and repeating, repeating, and then somebody comes with something new because he or she died last week, and she's coming with a different message, but it's the same message all the time. All the time is the same message.